With Archetype Namielle now released, I figured why not get back into Monster Hunter World. It feels good coming back and literally getting my ass kicked. But what's Monster Hunter without a little challenge? And fighting it made me think of a theory that was made by my good friend Gorguini about Gobul being a baby Namielle. Now after laughing, wheezing, and barely breathing, I came to the conclusion that this whole theory is just stupid. And here's why. Before we go into depths about this, we first have to take a good look at my boy Abyssal Lagiacrus. I didn't get any footage, so this picture will have to do for now. My boy here is known to be very powerful. Actually, its powers can rival some elder dragons and is feared to be the so-called gatekeeper of the underworld. You would think with a title like that, there's no way it can have any threats whatsoever. But to my surprise, it can actually be threatened by elder dragons such as Ciatis and the ancient serpent. But what caught my attention the most is that it can also be threatened by an adult Gobul. Does this mean that an adult Gobul is an elder dragon? Let's find out. Okay, let's dive into the ecology of Gobul. Gobul have many traits and abilities, being able to camouflage by hiding itself and changing the color of its skin, sort of like a chameleon. However, it is theorized that it's simply reflecting the color of the seabed to match its skin color. It's not much, but it's something to think about. But we also can't forget about the famous lantern. I find it interesting that it has a luminous bacteria inside that when shaken produces a powerful glow. It could be said that the organism that produces the light have a symbiotic relationship with the Gobul. It also contains a powerful neurotoxin which can paralyze both predator and prey, but sadly it can't produce it on its own. A Gobul receives these neurotoxins through the food it eats. Anyways, on a serious note, a Gobul will travel deep into the darkest parts of the ocean once it matured enough to fully develop to God knows what. So far, with all the research I could gather up so far, I have yet to find a link between Gobul and Namielle. Now let's talk about Namielle before we start, comparing. Namielle is an interesting creature, having aspects of manta ray, deep sea fish, and jellyfish, with abilities being more unique than ever. Equipped with the power to float and fly without beating its wings, soaring through the sky similar to a manta ray in the ocean. Sadly, its diet is a complete mystery, but based on its needle-like dental structure, it could be assumed it preys on fish or other piscine wyverns, but that's only a possibility. Now let's get into details of what this monster could do. It has the ability to control water at will, but wait, there's more. Gorguini said that Namielle can freely absorb water through its skin, but diving more into the ecology, it says water doesn't appear to be pure water, but a mix of its internal saliva and water mixed together to create a slime-like water that adheres and stays moist for an extended period of time. So yeah, it has the ability to absorb, but it's not 100% water. I just wanted to put that out there. But besides that, it's also equipped with the power to produce electricity from the tips of its wings, similar to an electric eel. That's enough of ecology. Let's dive into logic. He stated in his video that the bacteria is what assists in the change from Gobul to Namielle. But what if then were the lantern to be broken? Hunters and other Gobuls could be blamed for this actually, but I think their sole predator is the key for this, and that predator is Placiath. Plesiath, if you're not aware, are speedy hunters moving at such speeds that it's basically child's play for one to simply snap the bulb clean off in a fight. Even if that were to happen, there are several externals and environmental factors that can damage the lure permanently. What then? Does it simply remain a Gobul and never sexually matures? Does it stay a baby forever? Who knows? Speaking of maturity, I will say this to be true here. It is stated that, number one, no one knows what adult Gobuls even look like. 2, it is theorized to look completely different from what it currently appears. However, there are points of contention to this. The Gobul we encounter is just a baby, sexually immature and lacking the current bits to make babies. But there have been Gobul caught at sea to have shown that it has eggs already in place. Wouldn't there be traces of eggs on Namielle? It is true that we have never seen an adult Gobul, but neither have we seen a juvenile Namielle either. We have seen other young monsters and their adult counterparts, you know, such as Basarios maturing into Gravios, Uroctors and Anactors being good examples. Rarely in Monster Hunter are the offsprings completely different from the adult / maturing stage. In every case, we can actually see some of the child in the final product, like Gormagala and Shagurmagala. Just think about that. Remember when I said that there's environmental factors? Now, Gobul is based off several fish that would call the sea bottom their home. Angel shark. Okay, laugh it up. Oh yeah, and anglers, to name a few. There are reasons why these monsters choose specifically to dwell on the sea bottom as opposed to swimming topside with the rest of the other creatures. One is that Gobul fundamentally are ambush surprise predators and use the lure or the bulb on their heads to quickly blind, attack, and swallow prey whole. But that can help a lot when you're in complete darkness and can camouflage. The second reason is far more plausible. The seas in the world of Monster Hunter is extremely dangerous, with Ceatuses, Lagiacruses, sea serpents, and Nacarcles, making it a very hostile neighborhood. So why risk a metamorphosis and then desperately swim to the top side with these titans lingering around? It doesn't make any sense. Even if they do go through this so-called metamorphosis and have to swim topside, the monsters there are not the only threat to the newly formed Gobul. And that, my friends, is where water pressure comes in. Now I'm going to admit, this is Angel inserting a bit of his own learning, his own knowledge into this, so take it as you will. Adult Gobuls are said to live at the very bottom of the sea, correct? That's hundreds of thousand pounds of pressure bearing down on it. However, its shape allows the pressure to be distributed and nullified. Now imagine Namielle. Its body being Elder Dragon shape, thus having bones and a definite skeletal structure. It would not survive at the bottom of the ocean. Even if it could, the rapid change in pressure would most likely to kill it. Ceatuses and Nacarcles don't suffer from this because of their massive size, allowing them to survive in the deeper parts of the sea, but temporarily though. I mean, if the Gobul succeeded in the transformation, it would have to stay at the bottom of the ocean. Thus, no one ever seen one in existence. A good example for this is the Mariana Trenches. Why? Because at the very bottom, the pressure reaches over 15,000 pounds per square inch. If a Ceadeus can only survive a fraction of the time, then what would that mean for a Gobul? To make its way down, lay its eggs, and the hatchling will have to slowly make their way to fresh water. That's why we've never seen a fully mature Gobul. Why? Because they're still at the bottom of the ocean where us as hunters or researchers cannot reach. So there's no way that a Gobul could be a baby Namielle. Okay guys, thank you so much for watching. I had a lot of fun doing this video. This video was in the making for a while, but I had to do some really good research, made the script really good for you guys. It feels good to be doing this again actually. I would like to thank Angel for assisting me in doing the research. But what do you guys think? Do you agree with me or disagree? Please let me know in the comments below. I would love to see you guys explain your own theory. But last but not least, because I kind of messed this up at the end, I will leave the link to the theory in the description below. So you guys could go check that out first and then come check out my debunking of that theory. And as always, I'll see you all in the next video. Peace!